Now, in today's video, we're talking about fitness, and we're going to look at how this bike from Merach is going to change your fitness workout routines, especially when it comes to biking. It's super affordable, it's super flexible, it's very adjustable, and it's going to, again, challenge you every step of the way. Now, we're taking a look at the S28 Smart Off-Road Racing Bike with adjustable incline. And I know that was a mouthful, but what sets this bike apart, this exercise bike from other bikes on the market, and even the previous version that we've had on the channel and been using since we did the review, is that the S28 has an adjustable incline feature. And you're going to see it. On the handles up there, we're going to see that in a second, you have the ability to incline, raise and incline the front. So it gives you that simulated experience as if you're going up a hill or you're going down. So if you think about any kind of CrossFit type training that you're going to be doing, on a bike or HIIT training that you're doing on a bike, this is really going to go well there. And again, the other thing that sets this bike apart is that you're looking at a magnetic resistance solution. So one of the things that you're going to see missing on this bike is that there's no knob. Traditional bikes are going to have a knob somewhere over here and that you tighten, and you see when you're doing any kind of classes where they'll tell you 2 turns to the left, 3 turns to the right, or whatever it is. There's no turning because everything is electronic, and there's a little knob on the very top by the handle or by the handlebar that you're going to be able to gain access to be able to do those same type of controls. So a couple things we'll highlight is, first of all, this bike has multiple adjustments that's going to give you the ability to adjust it how you'd like it. It actually has 8 ways to adjust, 4 in the back and then 4 in the front, where you'll be able to adjust the seat and you'll be able to adjust the handle. In addition to that, you basically have riser adjustments where you can actually raise the actual saddle or lower it, and the same thing you could do for the handlebar in front. So a lot of adjustability that you're going to have. The incline, you're going to see that in a second, and you'll see how I'll be able to incline that as I'm riding the bike. Now, for those of you who are curious about the actual weight restrictions, you basically have a rider of 350 pounds and someone that is as short as 4 feet 8 inches or tall as 6 feet 4 inches. So that's going to give you a lot of flexibility. Now, there is an app that's called Phantom Fit, and then there's also a standard fitness app. So let's take a closer look at all the features of the bike. We'll get a little bit closer. You can see what I'm talking about. Now, we're going to look at some of the adjustment areas that you have. So first of all, you have in the back in the saddle, by loosening this knob completely, you have the ability to pull this out to raise or lower the saddle. You also then have the ability by turning this knob right here to move the saddle forward and back. So you have those adjustment points. You also then have in the front, which you're going to see in a second, something very similar where you can move the handlebar forward or back and lower it up or down. Now, the pedals themselves, you can, and I don't really do this all the time, but there are times that I will go through this process. You could use these straps right here. Sometimes I'm just riding it on this side, but you could put your feet here and then tie it down. And this is going to be nicely secure in place. You have water bottle option. You have your stopper right here, and then your saddle itself, and we'll get closer to the saddle so that you can see this right here, does have, again, a firm saddle, not overly firm, but comfortable, and I don't really feel where it's too hard. You know what I'm talking about, where your tush hurts, but it's very, very comfortable. What you'll see here is the stop, right? So this is going to be your stop mechanism if you want to hit stop. And then as you start coming up to the top here, this is where all the magic takes place when it comes to any kind of adjustments that you want to do for increasing the tension, right? This is where it goes. Traditional bikes would have it somewhere over here, and it's a knob. Over here, it's a dial, and this dial actuates the actual magnetic technology that's going to do that. Now, the other thing that you have going on here is you have this area right here, this holder, that's going to allow you to have your iPad, a phone, a tablet here so that you could start streaming or, you know, going through the gaming functions. You could put your phone here and then rest it this way. I haven't had a phone kind of pop out. I'm not that violent of a rider, but you have that going on. Over here, these are where your controls are. So the controls that we were talking about, let's make sure that's in focus so you can see that. This is going to be for your decline. And then you have over here, you have one that's going to be for the raising of the bike. So you have those 2 options. And again, you have all the standard positions that you'd have when you're riding a bike. You know, your center, your sides, and then your right here, the actual front. So this is going to work out really well. In the front here of the bike, what you'll see is you have your adjustment here and here. And basically what you're going to be able to do with each one of these adjustments is either move the handlebar forward or back or raise it up or down. So you'd basically adjust it to what you'd like. This is a powered bike, so you have to have the bike powered to an electrical outlet, and you can see the electrical cord right there, in order to actuate some of the tech. Now I want to show you what the actual lowering and raising of the bike looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. Anytime you power it up for the very first time, if it's been unplugged, it's going to go through kind of a cycle. And you'll notice that how the front is actually lowering, and watch it, it's going to come up again. See, this is what we're talking about. So this is going to give you that simulated ride experience as you're riding the bike, if you're going uphill or downhill. This is the cool part, and this is really going to change, again, your workout, because if you're riding in the saddle or out of the saddle, this is going to contribute to that, again, that HIIT type of experience. Now, one of the cool things about the bike is that the companion app has several ways where you can gamify actually working out. You see the actual phone moving a little bit side to side because I'm actually pedaling as we're doing this review. So if I get a little winded, it's just because I'm talking and I'm pedaling at the same time. The cool thing about this is that the bike and the phone are connected. So I basically am monitoring my progress against a virtual team. Again, gamifying my workout. Now, a lot of things are going on, and there's a lot of options. In addition to being very competitive with some of the individuals that are either on the same app as I am, or in this case, if there is virtual competition going on, I could definitely do that. But there's also other things I can do. Now, I'm gonna bring my hands on the side here so you can see my hand here on the side, and I'm gonna press the up button for the incline. Watch this, I'm gonna tap it once. And did you notice how that moved? Let me do that one more time. See how it's getting closer? So as you see the phone getting closer to the camera, it's because it's rising. Let me do it one more time. All right, so now I'm in a different incline. Now, imagine if I am in an upward position, like I'm out of the saddle, and I'm actually pedaling, what you're gonna see is that this raising of the front of the bike will simulate me going up a hill. Now, if I wanna go down the hill, press the down button. It's gonna go down, you can see it moving down, and you can see it moving down again. So this is again gonna change your workout. It's gonna step things up for you. So it gives you that really cool experience. Now I'm gonna pull back for a second, and what we're gonna do is look at this dial. And this dial is also giving us some really good information. Go ahead and zoom in here for a second. And I'm gonna go a little slower because talking and biking, definitely not there. So the dial, as you turn the dial like this, you're gonna be able to change the actual resistance, right? And you'll go from, again, level 7, a level 8, a level 9, and I can keep on going and watch. It'll get really hard in a second. All right, so 16 is the highest, and that is, I am struggling, right, to make this go. I can reduce it, then it'll get a little bit lighter every single time, and then I can bring it all the way down to a 1, which is gonna be like nothing at all. You'll notice over here, there's a lot of information that's being tracked. I'm gonna go right through it. So we have our level. We're gonna have also, I'm gonna tap this, you have your distance. You have this, calories burnt, time that you've been working out, right? And then you could just cycle through all of these. Velocity, right? What your speed is. So I'll go ahead and hit that up a little bit more so you can see that, right? So I can make it a little bit go faster. And all of this stuff is, again, being tracked electronically. Now, I have used their app, and I've also used like Peloton, right? So I use Peloton a lot, and I use Peloton with this bike. The only difference is that when you're using Peloton, you're not connected to their app. I'm okay with that, right? And what I'll do is I challenge myself, and I set the times that I want and the actual resistance that I want based on the experience I'm trying to get from my workout. So pretty much what you see here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull back and then just show you just the movement of the controls, is the fact that I can raise or decrease the inclination of the bike. I can also raise or decrease the resistance, and I can track all of my activity using their app. Or like I said, if you'd like to use a third-party app or use one of the things I do is I have a large, 120-inch screen in front of me. I work out with the video, and I actually look at the screen in front of me as I'm doing my workouts on a daily basis. The other thing I'll say about this bike that I find that's really important to me is that I'm up before anyone else is in the home. So if I'm up at 6 in the morning and I want to work out, this bike is silent. I'm going to stay quiet, and I'm pedaling, and you can see right here that I am, and I want you to see if you can hear anything.
Nothing. No squeaking, no noise, just me panting. Nothing else is going on. So if you have children and your mom, your dad, you don't want to wake them up, this is going to work. There's no noise. If you just have a significant other, spouse, and you don't want to wake them up, this is the bike for you. If you have roommates and you don't want to wake them up, you want to work out, put on some headphones, you have your application, either their application or using like a Peloton app, you could do that as well and put on some headphones and no one hears you working out. This is super silent. Now for this example, I was cycling around Central Park. So the app takes you through different areas. I'm gonna go ahead and get out for a second, but here you can see that you could choose where you wanna work out. And we'll go back for a second so you can see you have a map mode, you have an online sport mode, you then also have a windmill site, and you have different challenges that you can go through, Great Lakes. So this is really gonna be fun. You have coaching, right? So they have a full complement of solutions here. They also have free train, right? So if you just want to go ahead and work out on your own, so you can go in here, choose your bike that you'd like to be able to use, and you can see that I have two other bikes. This is the actual S28. The one that I typically use is the S09. It's not connected right now because I'm using this one. And by the way, this is all Bluetooth connected, which is also nice. There is, the only thing that you have to do is you have to have it powered. So the app is really good. It does give you a lot of flexibility when it comes to working out. Gives you, again, areas that you can distract, or what you could do is just do your own thing. It's all up to you. Now that I'm pedaling, I want to show you how you could raise the front of the bike. And there it goes up. It goes up to a specific degree, right? Pushing it again, it goes up again. Going one more time. And I think this may be the last one. Let's see. I know there's one more. And I can feel it, right? There we go. That's 6. That's the last one. I'm going up a hill. I'm telling you, it feels like I'm going up a hill. So now I'm going up a hill. I can adjust the resistance, right? And I can feel that. I can then say, now I'm going down the hill. And I can feel that too. Pretty cool. Now my other preferred method to work out is using free training. And I'm gonna go ahead and choose this free training, choose the bike that I'm using. And as it goes into this, what I like about this is that the phone actually does all the controls. So here I'm keeping track of me pedaling, working out. And if I wanna increase the resistance, I just tap it on the phone. And what that does is it sends the message to the bike, and the bike is going to change, again, the resistance, just like I'm doing that. If I wanna increase the resistance one more, I could do it there. I could also come here and change it, and you notice how it changes on the phone as well. So I can use either one. And I'm seeing, again, how the resistance is in place. Now, I could also increase the slope, and you can see how it's going all the way up to 6. Oh boy. And now I'm climbing, going up a hill, going up the hill. And if I want to go down the hill, I just can hit that and go down 1. Again, I want to go down another one. Doesn't want to take me down. And we're going to go down, and we're going to go down fast. So I'm going to go ahead and take us down back to -1. Let's go down because we're going down. And I'm now going down. Look at how far this goes down, guys. This is the cool thing. So now I really have that feeling that I'm going downhill. We're going to have probably Nilda model this up for us as we're going up and downhill. But this works out really, really well. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one more time. And you can see how low can I go. Go pretty low. So a combination of incline and then also resistance gives you an amazing workout. So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.